Welcome back. It is Wednesday, May 8th, and the MLB. Our five best bets are on the way. It's Austin joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday, a 2-3 day. Let's talk. We had an electric win with Cubs money line. Great call, Logan. They had to come back. Honestly, probably shouldn't have been a sweat, but of course they didn't give any run support to Mr. Shota until the end. But we will take it. We went out to Coors Field, Giants, Rockies, Nerfy plus value. We cashed that one. Let's talk about our losers though. We had Eflin's over and outs. He got that job done, but geez, the Dodgers and Marlins under 6.5 was just absolute cake. And then the Orioles didn't feel like scoring any runs yesterday. And then our hit parlay. I swear, whenever one of the guys doesn't play, when we just have a unit on a minus 200 or minus 300, it has no chance of hitting a 2-3 day. There was one bright spot, though, Logan. You had a wonderful call with Mr. Bryce Harper to hit a home run plus 285 for Dinger Tuesday. So we said yesterday, if one of our guys hit a home run, we're giving away $50. So here's how we're going to do it. Number one, you got to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Number two, all you got to do is leave a comment down below, something you're thankful for. We need the good vibes. We need the positivity. We know it hasn't been the greatest track record the last few days with our MLB picks. We know that's going to turn around. So spread some good vibes in the comment section down below. We'll pick a winner tomorrow morning and give away $50 to one person of you guys out there. So go do that. Go do down below. Spread some positivity. Let's have a great day. Now, let's dive into the picks. So today, like I said, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Our first pick of the day, as we always do, our hit parlay on Odds Checker. We had hit 5 straight last week, have faltered the last 2 days to start the week, but it's hump day. Wednesday's going to be a winner. We're going to lock in. There's a lot of early games. Make sure you tap into that Odds Checker hit parlay. Top link in description, pin comment. They'll also be linked at the end of the video. Go check out those. We've been doing really well on the hit parlays over there. But Logan, I'm going to throw it to you for your favorite pick of the day. Take it away.
Yeah, let's get another winner. And we're going to the exact same place where we cashed yesterday, going to the Padres and Cubs game, but this time taking the over 8.5 runs, plus 100 odds on BetMGM is your best value there. Now we look at this one. After a 3-2 game yesterday, we're getting more offense today. I declare that. That game was electric. First of all, to see the Cubs come back like that. I went through all the range of emotions, as did probably any of you who backed the Cubs and Shota yesterday. Shota he came out there and I was like, oh, not like this, Shota. But the crazy thing about this total today is that the wind isn't even blowing out. Yesterday, I saw the total at 9 and I was like, okay, that seems a little high for Imanaga and his sub-1 ERA. Well, the wind was blowing out. Today, the wind is like blowing slightly in, actually, towards left field, it seems. And you have to monitor the wind at Wrigley Field. It impacts this ballpark like no other in baseball. I like that. I like seeing this total so high for seemingly no reason, having a lot of people baited on the under. Because you look at these two starters' ERAs, it's definitely going to lead you down an under path. I think we're getting some runs today, sneaky runs for sure. Hayden Wesneski starts for the Cubs. 0.54 ERA and a 0.72 whip. Now, unlike Shota Imanaga, who's just been ridiculous, I think Wesneski's due some pretty hard regression, and you can call me disrespectful for that, whatever. I just know the type of pitcher he is. In 20 plate appearances against the Padres, Wesneski has allowed a 350 batting average. They can certainly get to him today. I don't think that's crazy to say at all. I love this Padres offense, actually. Yesterday, they didn't really play up to it, but they went against Shota Imanaga, who's been ridiculous. Wesneski has pitched far better than I've expected, and this Padres team can tag him for a few runs. Really, to get to an 8.5 total, I'll lay it out for you, but I think they get a few runs off Wesneski, and there's a reason why the Padres are 4th in runs, 4th in hits, and 4th in strikeouts. This is a really good offense, especially you add Luis Arraez to this offense. That's the type of offense I want to back. The total has gone over in 5 out of San Diego's last 7 games. There's a reason why the Padres games keep going over. They contribute a lot to these totals. And I think they're giving us a solid, 4 to 5 team total runs today. And I think if you look at the Padres, they're hitting 278 against righties, 271 batting average with runners in scoring position. Wesneski will put runners in scoring position. They're going to have their opportunities today. Again, I haven't had the best success with overs as of late just because I get the runners in scoring position and then they just stand there and they cannot get hit home. I still think this Padres team is really very talented, and I think those guys get hit home today. Now, we look at the other side. It's Dylan Cease starting for the Padres, 2.55 ERA and a 0.8 whip. Yeah, I mean, those numbers for Dylan Cease are great. There's a reason why he's an ace-type pitcher. He faced the Cubs earlier this year. He went 6 innings, pitched 0 and run. The final score was a 10-2 Padres win. I love this spot. One of my favorite systems in baseball is the kind of go opposite of what you did last time. It's an extremely contrarian way of thinking, but it's paid off dividends. There's a reason why we're profitable year in and year out in baseball, and it's because of this contrarian line of thinking. When you see a pitcher a second time, you know more of what to expect. You're not just up at the plate guessing. You've seen their pitch arsenal before. Cease has been great so far to start the year, but we have to look at some of his weaknesses. 8th percentile in barrel percentage, 18th percentile in ground ball percentage, 46th percentile in walk percentage. Sometimes Cease does put on free base runners. And in Wrigley, you having a low ground ball percentage, I'm telling you guys, those deep fly balls can sometimes carry out. I know the wind isn't exactly on our side, but still the stadium dimensions, hitting it to left field, center field, all that. It's still a hitter-friendly ballpark. Seeing Bellinger back in the lineup yesterday was a welcome sight to this offense. I didn't know we were getting Bellinger. I wasn't monitoring that. I love seeing Cody Bellinger in there. This lineup plays a lot different than how they did before when Cody Bellinger was injured. Look at the Cubs offense. They're hitting 261 at Wrigley. Again, they know how to hit in this ballpark. Then we go to the bullpens, right? I said, I think we can get at least a couple runs off the starters. Now we got the bullpens. Cubs 24th in bullpen ERA, Padres 17th in bullpen ERA. Number one, I hate the Cubs bullpen. It's terrible. They come in and just sell games. If they don't get enough length out of Wesneski, we will have a no sweat bet over. I'm telling you right now, the Cubs bullpen's bad. There's a reason why they forced Demonaga out another inning. They're like, please, we don't want to dip into the bullpen yet. And you saw why. I see at least 2 runs coming for each team on the starting pitchers, and at least 2 runs in the bullpen, because I think the Cubs can certainly hit up the Padres bullpen. Padres bullpen's not all that great either. Again, you do the math. If each team scores 4, they cannot end on 8. The 8.5 would go over in that form and fashion. It's happened to me a lot of these games where you get 4 on 4, one side, 4 on the other. We're gonna cash this over in Wrigley. I love that as my best bet of the day. But Austin, you're going to a scene of the crime pick. Where are you going?
Yeah, as a lot of you guys know, and as Logan definitely knows firsthand, I feel like baseball is a huge variance sport. And sometimes when you're on a cold streak, it's because you're a day early on almost all your picks. And that's kind of been the nature of our picks. Just look at what happened with the Angels yesterday. We take them, nothing. Then if you were to back them the next day, yesterday, they absolutely destroyed the Pirates. That's just how it is. So you should know where I'm going because we're going to pick I lost yesterday. Orioles, -0.5 in the first 5 innings, -120 on BetMGM. This is the first 5 run line, the first 5 result. We need the O's to be leading by 1 after 5 innings. Now, I took this identical bet yesterday. The Orioles not only put up 0 runs in the first 5, put up 0 runs as a team. 9 innings, 0 runs, 3 hits total. If you know anything about the Orioles, I rarely see them have back-to-back bad games, and today they get a lefty on the mound, a lefty that they have just crushed left-handed pitchers. Now, you look at the Orioles this season against lefties, 4th in batting average, 2nd in slugging, 2nd in WRC+. They have destroyed lefties. The last 9 starting lefties against them, here's the earned runs they've allowed. 5, 7, 4, 2, 7, 4, 6, 2, and 4 earned runs. I mean, 4 runs to almost all of those guys. Now, today they will get the rookie Mitchell Parker. Now, Parker on the season, very good stats, but he also is a rookie. He's only made his 4th, 5th start. In the first few starts as a rookie, sometimes you might be able to pitch pretty well because teams have never seen your pitch mix. The last few starts, though, Mitchell Parker has been slowing down, and this is going to be one of the best offenses he will face all season long. And you look at his last 2 starts, one of them against the Marlins, 6 hits, 2 walks, so a lot of base runners, but it was the Marlins. 1 earned run only allowed to them. Last one, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs to the Rangers. If you remember that game, that was the game that the Rangers scored 3 in the first 2 innings. We had their over first 7 at 3.5, and of course, they did not score the rest of the time, but they had plenty of base runners, and I'm certainly confident the Orioles will have plenty of base runners today. This is a team that has destroyed left-handed pitching, and I think they get some runs up on Mitchell Parker. Would not be surprised if they get 3, 4, maybe even 5 earned runs up on Parker. His outs line is only 14.5, so they're not expecting a ton of length out of him. And I like, and we'll talk about their bullpens later on because this is not talking about their bullpens. But in terms of Kyle Bradish, who will start for the O's, I like him. Now, if you look at him, only made 1 start on the year because he returned back from injury. 4 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned runs to the Yankees. This is Nationals offense I'm not too afraid of. Sure, they got to Corbin Burns yesterday. They were able to steal some bags, and that's kind of how they manufactured some runs. But still, in the last 10 days, Nats 23rd in batting average, 23rd in OPS, 22nd in WRC plus against right-handed pitchers. Not really an offense I'm too scared of. Bradish is certainly capable of holding things down. He did pitch last year versus Washington only once. And if he could get us this outing again, I would probably play the lottery. But 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 earned runs. So it's a guy in Bradish. I'm not expecting 0 earned runs today, but did allow 2 or fewer earned runs in 20 of his 30 starts last year, 3 or fewer in about 26 of 30. So even if he doesn't have his A game, normally a guy that has a high ground ball percentage can get those timely outs when we need them. And I'm certainly confident that the Orioles offense will show up. I'm running it back because I know how it works. Scene of the crime. We're going back to the Orioles, -0.5 in the first 5. I think they lead by at least 1 through 5 innings. But if they want to lead by 10, that's perfect because that segues into my next pick. I'm riding with the Orioles, -1.5 full game for 1 unit as well, -105 on DraftKings. I'm risking 2 units on them because the Orioles are my favorite pick of the day and my favorite pick over the last few weeks, just because I really think this is just a team that doesn't have bad games in a row. You look at the Orioles, they haven't lost back-to-back games since April 13th. That's nearly a month. This is always a great team at bouncing back. The last time they scored 0 runs as well. The next game, they faced a lefty, Carlos Rodon, won that game 7-2. I'm certainly confident this can happen again. If the Orioles maybe don't cash the first 5 run line, I'm still confident they have a big edge in the bullpen. This is a Nats team that, if you look at their bullpen ERAs, Orioles 10th in bullpen ERA, Nationals are 13th. However, the Nationals are not a team that run back their relievers. Yesterday, they used Law, Harvey, Finnegan. Harvey and Finnegan, their 2 best relievers. Normally, they're setup and their closer guy. Well, those guys likely are unavailable today, whereas the Orioles didn't really use any good bullpen arms. Heck, they used Keegan Aiken yesterday, which is beautiful because I don't want to see him coming out of the pen. I just think this is a team that's probably going to run out Weems or maybe Rainey. Those 2 guys have like whips of 1.6 and 2.6. Those guys give up a lot of base runners. I'm confident that the Nats bullpen will give us some runs late in this game. So maybe the Orioles, perfect scenario, they tag Mitchell Parker for like 8 earned runs. Unlikely, maybe they just get us a 1-run lead through 5. I really like their bullpen advantage too. I like taking the run line on the road because we are guaranteed 9 innings of at-bats from the O's. So maybe they're only up 1 going into the 9th. We still have a chance there. I really like this one. I really like the Orioles -1.5 for 1 unit. Like the Orioles -0.5 in the first 5 run line. I think the O's deliver us a big day and cash both of those pretty easily for us. So go O's, we're rolling with you. But Logan, you know what time it is, baby. It is Nerfy Nation time, and we are anxious for another winner. Get the rock music out and the flags. We need the flags in a big way. Don't let Nerfy Nation get hot. We've hit 3 in a row. Hopefully, we can turn that into 4 in a row, and hopefully that is another winner once again today. Now, we aren't bold enough to go back out to Coors Field. Once you go 1-0 there, you kind of dip. You don't want to get too cute. So today we really like the one we're going with. And we're going with one that had a lot of runs yesterday. Not in the first inning, but in general. Mariners and Twins, no run first inning, -125 on Caesars. Like I said yesterday, 16 total runs between these teams. I think we see a lower scoring game, as is the total at 7.5. I think it's going to start off with 3 quick and easy outs for Mr. Chris Paddock. You look at his stats on the year, 5-1 on Nerfies. Very good. Also like backing him at home. He's allowing a 1.02 ERA and a .209 batting average allowed at home this season. The Mariners, 24th in first inning runs. And knock on wood here, they have not scored in 8 straight first innings. A team that's struggling out of the gate. Paddock should be able to get his job done. It might not be pretty, but I certainly think he can get us those first 3 outs. But Logan, who's going to be pitching on the other side to take us home?
Yeah, it's going to be George Kirby starting for the Mariners. George Kirby, great on Nerfies, 6-1 on Nerfies this year, 3-0 on the road. I trust George Kirby. He's facing a Twins offense that is 26th in first inning runs. The Twins haven't scored in 3 straight first innings. Knock on wood right there. So hopefully George Kirby's able to keep that streak alive. And Kirby is 97th percentile in walk percentage. You got to make the Twins earn it if they are to score. Again, what infuriates Austin and I in the first inning is just pitchers walking people, walking them in a scoring position and then just allowing a sac fly or something to beat you. George Kirby, not that guy. The Twins are going to have to bring the bats if they're going to ruin us. Chris Paddock, do your job. George Kirby's going to do his. Nerfy Nation. It's 5 flags.
Let's cash one more Nerfy, make it 4 straight. At least Nerfies are staying hot while the straight bets are faltering. But I really like the card today. Orioles, we're big fans of them. Big fans of the Nerfy in Minnesota, and we're big fans of some runs in the Cubs and Padres game. As always, you can check out our hit parlay. We got 2 hitters we'd love to get a hit. It'll be linked on the screen as well as in the pinned comment and description down below. Playing that for 1 unit as well. 5 picks. We're going 5-0 one of these days, and I think it could be today. We'll see you guys back again here tomorrow with some more picks. And as always, if you want to enter that $50 giveaway, make sure you just spread some positivity down below. Let us know something you're thankful for. We'll pick out 1 random comment tomorrow and send you guys $50. It's Austin Logan signing out. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.